I welcome you all and starting this program. It is now live on YouTube channel of IRMA Official. So on this very important and auspicious day, at the onset, I congratulate all the women leaders who are seen on the screen, who are there live on YouTube, and in the entire world, a very happy Women's Day. This year, United Nations declared a very apt theme of leadership in women, and dairy industry probably can be the benchmark for leadership in the world. And we have very important women gathered in this meeting today. So we'll begin the program, and at the onset, I request the Director of Institute of Rural Management, Dr. Umakant Das, to give a welcome address. Just to give a brief introduction to him, he has just recently joined IRMA, but he still is a professor at IIT Madras as well as adjunct professor at IIT Tiruchirappalli. He is PhD in Applied Economics from IIT Kanpur and DHS in Health System Management from Tulane University, USA. His area of specializations are microeconomics, health economics, finance, and current areas of research are health policy analysis, economics, financial markets. He has more than 20 years of experience and more than 20 MTech students guided, more than 150 publications, and handled several projects, organizations. So I request Professor Umakant Das to deliver his welcome address. Professor Das, please.
Thank you, Professor Prajapati. This is my privilege to welcome the dignitaries in the webinar cum workshop on women leadership in dairy industry on the occasion of International Women's Day. At the outset, I would like to wish all the participants and the audience online, offline, a very happy International Women's Day. Good afternoon to those who are participating from this part of the world, and good morning and good evening to others who are participating from other parts of the world. I'm happy that the Verghese Kurian Center of Excellence is associated with International Dairy Federation, National Dairy Development Board, Indian Dairy Association, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, and National Cooperative Dairy Federation of India to organize this webinar cum workshop. And this is again to commemorate the Verghese Kurian's birth centenary year celebration. Of course, everybody knows the contribution of Dr. Kurian, his motivation and support for empowering the women populace, ensuring equity and much deserved respect amongst them. I think this is very much in line with what he was expecting and in line with his vision. So therefore, this year United Nations, the women leadership, which is a theme of this year's celebration, is perfectly befitting with what we are doing in this year. I'm happy to welcome Ms. Carolina Amont, Director General, International Dairy Federation, Brussels, Ms. Nirmala Kurian, daughter of Dr. Verghese Kurian, Sri Minesh Shah, ED NDDB, Dr. GS Rajoria, President IDA, Sri KC Supekar, MD NCDFI, Dr. RS Sodhi, MD GCMMF, and other officials of our collaborating organizations who are present today. And I welcome the women leaders who are going to speak on this occasion. Dr. Geeta Patel, Chairman, Udaipur Milk Union, Udaipur. Srimati Gayatri Ritivesh Patel from Ajranpur, Anand. Srimati Pooja Ben Jaiswal Chaudhary from Lakshmipura. Ms. Pallavi Vyas, Managing Director of Santa Farms from Indore. Srimati Rajpal Kaur, DCS Secretary, Pamal, MPCC Women, Ludhiana, Punjab. Srimati Prakrata Suresh Das, Board Director. Srimati Pinky Kumari, DCA Secretary from Bihar. I also welcome faculty members from IRMA, IDA, AAU, NDDB, and finally the convener of the program and chairman VKCOE, Dr. J.B. Prajapati. I welcome everybody who are with us on this Zoom platform and who are watching us live on IRMA YouTube channel as well. Once again, I would like to wish International Women's Day to one and all. I'm sure today's webinar and workshop is going to showcase some of the leaders and their journey, their life experiences, which is going to be a sort of learning for many of us. With these few words, I would hand it over to Dr. Prajapati to start the proceeding. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Das, for very nice welcome to all the members. Apart from that, we have one more lady speaker from Sundarban, Suparna Deshbarma. She is a chairperson of one of the milk unions in Sundarban. And we also have a chairman of West Zone of IDA, Sri Arun Patil ji. We have a chairman of Nepal Dairy Science Association, Sri Tek Bahadur Thapa. We have all officials from IDA West Zone, as well as Dr. J.V. Parekh, is one of the most eminent international consultant in dairy. So I once again welcome you all. And now I request my colleague from VKC team to introduce our
So from the team of VKCOE and from IRMA, I wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. So hello, Caroline ma'am. So I would like to give a brief introduction to Caroline ma'am. Caroline was appointed Director General of the International Dairy Federation in February 2018. She is from Quebec, Canada. She is a lawyer and has been a diplomat and has 25 years of experience in senior executive and public affairs roles in private, public, and for the not-for-profit sectors. Having worked 9 years in the Canadian dairy industry and abroad, she has a deep understanding of the dairy sector worldwide from various angles: producers, processors, research, policy and regulation and promotion, and experience with international organizations such as World Trade Organization, Food and Agriculture Organizations, ISO and Codex. So we welcome you, ma'am, and we wish you once again a very happy International Women's Day. I would like to introduce the second speaker of the day, Ms. Nirmala Kurian. She's the daughter of Dr. Verghese Kurian. She has about 30 years of experience in human resources and has worked in the fields of hospitality and banking. She's currently working as the general manager in HRD in Shankar Nethralaya in Chennai, after retiring from the Taj Group of Hotels as the director of the HR of the Southern region. Nirmala ma'am, we welcome you once again, and over to Caroline ma'am, and you can proceed, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I would like first to thank the organizer for the privilege to address this prestigious assembly and to share the screen with a prestigious colleague from the Indian dairy sector, and particularly to Ms. Nirmala Kurian. It is really a privilege to be with you, ma'am. I understand that it is a celebration of the 100th anniversary of the birth of Dr. Kurian. It's an important event, so I wanted to mention it. I'm very happy to be sharing the screen with you. Okay, so every year on March 8, it gave us the opportunity to celebrate the contribution of women to our societies. The dairy sector has a long-standing history of empowering women. Today's event is about women leadership in the dairy industry. You will hear the stories of 8 amazing women leaders in the dairy sector. Each of them is achieving, through their leadership and hard work, several goals. They help nourish their families and yours with nutritious and safe milk and dairy food. They improve the economic situation of millions of women and their families, which will allow them to send their children to school, buy land, build a house for their family. They contribute to the development of their communities and the country as a whole. Recently, we celebrated the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. We at IDF recognize the extraordinary achievements of women scientists in the dairy sector around the world, and remind ourselves that full potential may only be achieved by making the most of all talents and diversity. We hope that by raising awareness on the variety of fascinating roles offered, we will help inspire young girls to select a future in dairy science. IDF as an organization is also leading by example. Dr. Judy Bryans, our past IDF president, was the first woman to lead IDF. We also benefit from an IDF team and community of experts composed of several women from around the world. The program today should inspire young girls and women to see a future in dairy science, in dairy production and leadership. As we are only a few months away from the UN Food Systems Summit, I would like to urge world leaders to express their support for the significant contribution of dairy to healthy and sustainable diets. Dairy has proven over and over its capacity to provide nutrient-dense food and improve the livelihood of millions. School meal programs implemented worldwide for decades and very dynamic in India are a perfect example on how to address hunger, malnutrition, access to school and education for girls, and alleviation of poverty. It is vital that intergovernmental organization and government continue to recognize the importance of school meal program in promoting good health in our children. Ladies, you are an inspiration. You are the backbone of our societies. You care for dairy farmers, you care for dairy animals and for your communities. Your support for cooperative and you all nourish us all. For all of that, I really want to thank you and to tell you an namaste, do it properly. Including, inspiring, empowering, and offering leadership opportunity to women and girls is a responsibility of all of us, men and women. On that note, I'd like to tell you that the IDF community is looking forward to seeing you all at the IDF World Dairy Summit in New Delhi in November, from November 1 to 4 in 2022. And we look forward to welcome you to that summit. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Caroline, for a very nice introductory remark, and it will be really inspiring for all the women leaders. We are all eager to participate in IDF conference also in 22. I now request Nirmala Kurian Madam to address the gathering. Madam, your audio is muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Ms. Edmond, Dr. Das, Dr. Rajoria, Dr. Sodhi, Mr. Shah, Mr. Superior, all the women members who have joined us today, friends, and of course, all the members of the Varghese Kurian Center of Excellence. International Women's Day is a global day for celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. This year, the theme for the International Women's Day is Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. Therefore, the theme of this webinar, Women in Leadership in Dairy Industry, is most appropriate for celebrating this very important day. Gloria Steinem, world-renowned feminist, journalist, and activist, once explained, the story of women's struggle for equality belongs to no single feminist or any other organization, but to the collective effort of all who care about human rights. My father, Dr. Varghese Kurian, came to Anand reluctantly to fulfill his bond with the government of India. In those days, Anand was a godforsaken one-road town in the back of beyond. He would not believe his bad luck after his stint in America. He was understandably quite miserable, but a single sentence of Mr. Tribhuwandas Patel, the then chairman of the Dairy Cooperative Milk Producers Union, Anand needs you, made him stay for the next 63 years in Anand, of which he did not regret a single day. I grew up not really knowing how enormously lucky I was to have parents who were not just loving and caring, but were great human beings trying to make a difference in others' lives. I knew my father worked as a general manager of a dairy, but as I grew and gradually began to learn and understand his work, I realized in truth he was in the business of developing people, and milk was only a tool to achieve this end. The billion-liter idea, which led the White Revolution and the establishment of Amul, were instrumental in putting India's dairy industry on the world map and ensuring livelihoods for over 100 million dairy farmers, both men and women. My father believed in an inclusive economy, one that did not favor any community or sex, where all people, both men and women, could aspire to be equal, and one which would give them a fair chance. To build an India where there is greater opportunity for a broader shared prosperity, especially for those facing the greatest barriers to advance their well-being. Implementing his vision raised some unexpected challenges. One such issue was the question why there should be a single line while collecting milk. How could a Harijan or a woman stand in the same line with the others and pour their milk in the same can? But my father was emphatically clear that everyone should be treated equally, that there would be only a single line, and that every producer would be paid an equal rate, whether man or woman. Equity and equality were the cornerstones of his philosophy. 74% of our population live below the poverty line, out of which 70 reside in the rural areas where infrastructure is poor. They depend on agriculture as their main source of livelihood. For the small, marginal, and landless farmers, as we know, dairying was not only a source of nutrition, but also a source of supplementary income and security. Much of the work involved in milk production, be it feeding, day-to-day management, healthcare, and such other non-financial activities, were traditionally handled by women who comprised half the population. Once my father realized that over 30% of producer members were women, he was convinced that this trend was to be encouraged. He knew that when a woman earns, she spends her income on her family, on their food, education, and health. Hence, busloads of farmers, mostly women, were brought to visit the dairy every week and learn about the health and care of their animals, while relating it also to their families, be it in matters of nutrition, hygiene, or family welfare. We are all aware that milk is an important source of cash income for small-scale producers, as is provides relatively quick returns. As each generation of milk producers became more educated, it enhanced the empowerment of women who were able to earn for the milk they produced every single day. As a result, more and more women took to keeping buffaloes. Microfinancing and self-help groups not only gave them better opportunities to access finance, but also imbued them with the confidence to become entrepreneurs and also avail better training. Today, Just Amul has 12.5 lakh women members as milk producers, which constitutes over 36% of the current membership. As more women became stable and joint breadwinners of the family, they also emerged in leadership roles at a local level. This had a far-reaching impact on the democratic commitment to the noble cause of empowering women. Last year, as the world was reeling under the impact of COVID and the opportunities of travel and job avenues decreased, the income from such milk production activities became critical for many families. So also contribution of these women in sustaining their families. In a COVID-19 world, dairy industry gave such women entrepreneurs an opportunity to play an equal and important role in their families. It is an opportunity that the dairy industry can nurture to mutual benefit in days to come. My father believes that India will emerge as a world power one day, and its success would be measured through the yardstick of every family awarding at least 1 square meal a day, education for its children, and clean water to drink. Our dairy industry, which was succeeded in securing India the role of the largest milk producer in the world, can play a crucial role in realizing this vision of a more equitable society, conducive for the development of our lesser privileged, especially the women, and to make our nation a better place to live for all its citizens, men and women. I wish this endeavor all success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam, for your very nice address. I now request Shivansh to go ahead with introduction of our eminent speakers.
Thank you, Dr. Prajapati. I welcome everyone. My name is Shivansh Mishra and I'm the Communications Manager of IRMA. Greetings of the day to all of you, to all the dignitaries as well as who are attending, and best wishes of the Women's Day to all of you. It is my pleasure to introduce the next set of speakers. I welcome Mr. Minesh Shah, Executive Director, National Dairy Development Board of India. An alumnus of IRMA's flagship program, the PGDM RM, he has more than 33 years of experience in the dairy industry. I welcome you, sir, and over to you.
Thank you, and good afternoon. Ms. Caroline, Director General IDF, Madam Nirmala Kurian, daughter of Dr. Kurian, our founder chairman and chief architect of India's dairy revaluation, Dr. Umakant Das, Director IRMA, Dr. Sodi, MD GCMMF, Dr. Rajodia, President IDA, Trishupekar, MD NCDFI, Dr. Prajapati, Chairman of Dr. Verghese Kurian Center, and also representing IDA Gujarat, and all the women leaders who have joined us from different parts of the country and the participants. A very happy International Women's Day to all of you. I'm very happy to join all of you in this workshop on this important women leadership in our dairy industry. Our journey in dairy sector is remarkable. From being a milk deficit nation earlier with the efforts of Dr. Kurian, India today is world's biggest producer of milk. If today we have achieved self-sufficiency in milk, then the credit for this remarkable achievement undoubtedly goes to millions of our rural women who are the principal managers of the dairy economy. Despite having relatively less productive animals compared to the developed countries, thanks to the untiring and relentless efforts of these women farmers, that we are now world's largest milk producer with about 23% of the milk produced in our country. Today, we have more than 1.7 crore farmers who are affiliated with about 1.7 lakh dairy cooperative societies at the village level. These farmers are getting around 57,000 rupees crore in terms of milk price in 2019-20. More than 70% of these farmers, they are landless, small and marginal, and who own maybe 1 or 2 animals. So in our country, if you see, the dairy is not just about milk production. I think Madam Kurian also stressed on the same point, but it is much more than that. I know millions of milk farmers who are landless, poor, dairy gives them regular income and also support their livelihood. For those who have some land, while income from crop is seasonal, milk provides them daily cash, which keeps the home fires burning and enables them to buy the daily necessities every day. In the earlier days of dairy cooperative movement, it was observed that women had left the participation in decision-making bodies of the dairy cooperatives to the men. Such a division had created an artificial atmosphere in those decision-making bodies. Quite often, men sitting on the various committees did not have a clear idea of what the actual problems the dairying is facing. At other extreme, women who had quite a lot of first-hand experience of dairying, they did not have direct access to those bodies. It was also observed that men, after experiencing the power, related to the decision-making bodies of cooperatives, they used to start aiming for more powerful positions, the panchayats, MLA, MP. So this was a natural progression which were envisaged by the men. And compared to that, generally, women are much more rooted and concerned about their home, their family, their animals, and their village. So thanks again to the visionary leadership of Dr. Kurian. We at NDDB very early realized that it is important to make women members of dairy cooperative societies, educate them about their role and also the responsibility as a cooperative members, involve them in decision making and also leadership and the management positions, and also ensure that they receive the proceeds of milk business directly in their bank account. So NDDB began sensitization of male members and management committee members in the villages to include and encourage women participation. NDDB also initiated a number of measures for promoting women involvement in dairy cooperatives. So education of women milk producers, women members of management committee on their health, general hygiene and related issues, along with better animal management practices and the productivity enhancement measures were also carried out. Today, about 53.3 lakh women are members of dairy cooperative societies, and about 33,000 exclusive women dairy cooperative societies we have in the country. And we have examples like Ichamati Cooperative Milk Union or Sundarman Milk or the Mulkanur Women's Mutually Needed Milk Producer Union in Andhra. They are all evolved as all women cooperative dairies, and they are completely managed and governed by women. In last few years, our subsidiary company, that is NDDB Dairy Services, we have helped setting up all women dairy producer companies. So you have Srija in Andhra Pradesh, or Sakhi, or Asha, or Svetdara. So these are some of the new producer companies, all women producer companies, which are set up in different parts of the country. All along this journey, of various programs which NDDB initiated, we faced one challenge, and that was availability of young, educated women in the rural areas. And so who are willing to work with women members of dairy cooperative societies as change agents, and also motivate them for better management and governance of dairy cooperative societies. So when we initiated National Dairy Plan, about 110 lady extension officers, they were inducted, trained, to carry out extension work across the implementing agencies under NDP. Induction of these women helped in contemplating the regular extension work of milk unions in mobilizing and also motivating women to become part of the dairy cooperative societies, both as members and at the leadership position. We are happy to inform that today we have about 7.6 lakh women producer members enrolled only under NDP 1, and we have 4,400 women only DCS established under the NDP 1. If you see the number of direct women beneficiaries, it's about 12 lakh across all the components, because apart from the village-based milk procurement system, we also inducted women for the ration balancing program or the fodder development activity, and also some of them as the agent for the AI workers. So involvement of women is very crucial to success of our veterinary programs. Veterinarians, they depend upon women for all the experiments they carry out, be it under animal feed or for the medical care or the critical periods for AIs and record of milk yield, or the after each lactation we'll have to see various parameters. So all our ambitious progeny testing programs or the progeny selection programs, the women are the natural beneficiaries of these programs. In villages after villages, now men become mere onlookers when women answer such questions about these aspects to the veterinarian. Women's involvement in animal healthcare also had direct effect on the notions of healthcare for their family, and they start demanding a commensurate healthcare programs from their dairies for their families also. Women is at the center of NDDB's manure value chain model, which is a new initiative. We are supporting biogas plants under the NDDB's manure management model, and I'm happy to say that all the biogas plant beneficiaries under these programs, they are women farmers, and earning from the surplus slurry is again paid directly to the women in their bank accounts. And the participating women for this program, they are organized into a Sakhi Khad Sahakari Society or Mandli for managing the aggregation and sale of surplus slurry. So lastly, I would say that NDDB will continue to promote inclusive growth of women by ensuring progressive change of role of women dairy farmers from household dairy activities to the entrepreneurial and governing roles in the dairy cooperatives and other related institutional structure. Thank you all, and thank you again for inviting me for this important workshop on the International Women's Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next guest is Dr. R.S. Sodhi, Managing Director of the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, or GCMMF. Dr. Sodhi is the alumnus of the first batch of IRMA's flagship PGDM RM. Over the last decade, Dr. Sodhi has strengthened Amul's position in branded food market, and which is now a force to be reckoned with on a global scale. I welcome you, sir.
Namaste. I'm really very sorry that there was a glitch. Respected Ms. Caroline Amond, Director General, International Dairy Federation, Ms. Nirmala Kurian, Dr. Umakant Das, all the dignitary, और सबसे ज्यादा मुझे खुशी है कि जो पशुपालक महिलाएं इतनी सारी जो सफल पशुपालक महिलाएं आज के प्रोग्राम में करेक्ट हुई हैं. So Ms. Caroline, you have to excuse me. I'll be mostly speaking in Hindi just to connect more with our women farmers. So, but देखिए, आज हमारे को सुनने का नहीं है, हमको we have to hear all the women dairy farmers, because we all have come to know to listen to them, how they have achieved, what they are doing, and what are their problems. क्योंकि ये सेमिनार डॉक्टर वर्गीस कुरियन सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस इरमा ने ऑर्गेनाइज किया, तो मैं उनको पहले धन्यवाद दूंगा. और मैं इतना कहूंगा कि अगर आप पूरे जो स्वतंत्र भारत है 1947 में हुआ, अगर आप किसी एक इंडियन, एक भारतीय का नाम लेना चाहें, जिसने भारत की महिलाओं के लिए, स्पेशली ग्रामीण महिलाओं के लिए खाली बात ही नहीं की, उन्होंने लाखों नहीं करोड़ों ग्रामीण महिलाओं को ना कि सिर्फ लाइवलीहुड और फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस दी, बट उनको रिस्पेक्ट और डिग्निटी दी सोसाइटी में। और उन्होंने ही लाखों महिलाओं में जो लीडरशिप की क्वालिटी को रिकॉग्नाइज किया, उनको पनपा, उनको मोटिवेट किया और पूरे विश्व को दिखा दिया कि भारत में जो आज मिल्क प्रोडक्शन में पूरे वर्ल्ड में नंबर 1 पे पहुंचे हैं, ये इसका श्रेय अगर किसी को जाता है तो भारत की करोड़ों पशुपालक महिलाओं को जाता है। उन्होंने एक करके दिखाया और उन्होंने भारत का नंबर 1 बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाई है। देखिए, छोटी छोटी महिलाएं एंटरप्रेन्योर जो कि बिजनेस में बहुत अच्छी होती हैं, मेहनत करती हैं और लगन से काम करती हैं। अगर वो मिल के काम करती हैं तो उन्होंने एक एग्जाम्पल सेट किया कि सिर्फ वो घर का काम ही नहीं कर सकती, वो भारत की सबसे बड़ी एफएमसीजी फूड कंपनी, कोई भी कंपनी बना के खड़ी कर सकती हैं और उसको अच्छी तरह से चला सकती है। आज के दिन क्योंकि ये डेयरी इंडस्ट्री के लोग हैं, सो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ ऑल द डेयरी इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स, रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इज दैट हाउ टू रिकॉग्नाइज कि जो महिला पशुपालक है, हाउ टू रिकॉग्नाइज देयर रोल, their contribution dairy industry, and we should encourage them by giving them more recognition, by giving them more responsibility, by giving them more representation in the management committee, in the board. And we have to see that how more and more Malayan ladies can be involved in dairy industry of India and further making it flourish and providing livelihood to the millions and millions of livelihood in the rural India. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We have as our next guest, Dr. G.S. Rajoria, President, Indian Dairy Association. A stalwart of the Indian dairy industry, Dr. Rajoria has spent over 6 decades in research, teaching, training, and consultancy in management functions. We welcome you, sir.
We are very happy to associate the Indian Dairy Association with this Women's Leadership in Dairying program, which is being celebrated by Dr. V. Kurian Center of Excellence of IRMA in association with some of our associated associations. Today I'm very happy that Miss Caroline Hammond is attending this conference. She is representing the whole world dairy community, being a woman, and I welcome her opening remarks that women play a very significant role in the dairying development of the country. March 8 is being celebrated worldwide as International Women's Day. First, it was done in 1911 to recognize the achievements of women in every field and perhaps to raise awareness about the equality. In fact, each day should be celebrated in their honor. Women are working with men, breaking stereotypes regarding their capabilities. There are many women in this world who have inspired the entire world community in more ways than one and chose to challenge the change. We must start a change from our home to make this world a better place for women. Kalpana Chawla, an astronaut who came from Karnal, once told that the path from dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get on it, and perseverance to follow it. The success of every woman should be an inspiration to another. Make sure that women are very courageous, strong, extremely kind and humble. They should not be afraid of storms and learn to sail through their ships. The purpose of this day should be to recognize and uphold the women's achievements in social, economic, cultural, and political fields. The day should be celebrated as a movement for women's rights, accelerating gender parity, anti-discrimination day, and anti-sexism day, and for inspiring other women to make tomorrow a more beautiful and better world. Let no one tell that you are weak because you are a woman. Our heritage, culture, and traditions for centuries respect and honor women and worship them as Goddess Shakti. It is well said that Yatra Nariyant Pujyante Ramayante Tatra Devta, which means that wherever we respect the women, there will reside gods and goddesses to all of us. Perhaps it is in India that you are all aware that Lord Krishna loved cows, and he also had friendship with those women who were managing cows and churning milk every day to produce butter, that is makhan, which perhaps people say that he was always fond of eating as much of butter as possible, against the today's thinking that butter has some undesirable elements, though it has been proved that there is no cholesterol issue these days. We at the Indian Dairy Association, on the recommendation of our former President of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam, have introduced a scheme for recognizing the best dairy women in India by giving them a should inspire hundreds of women across the country to do well in milk production. In future, we have a plan to recognize outstanding works that we see from dairy professionals, research workers, scientists, and academicians through the Indian Dairy Association, who will have a great role to inspire thousands and millions of young women to pursue the career of dairy science and technology. The day remains relevant as the society has not been able to achieve the basic rights for its women so far. The conversation that we are creating today should open the door for the growth of all men and women in future. Today in Bhaskar Samachar Patra, they conducted a survey on 5,330 women and 5,540 men on the what they think about women empowerment. And it is interesting to see that both men and women have the same kind rating. As you know, they expect honor and respect. Some 97% of the respondents felt that they should receive honor and respect for the work that they are doing. 57 women expressed availability of higher education. 62% mentioned that they should be provided more secure and safe place to work with. 43% of the total respondents mentioned that they should be ensured a good health coverage. 35% of them said that they should be provided equal opportunity for growth. And above all, 74% of the women were concerned about their family welfare. I pay my gratitude on his birth centenary, the celebrations that are being organized by all the stakeholders of dairy industry in India. And let us pay tribute to all those good works that are being done by women. In this country, half of the population is from women, and most of the dairy activity is concerned with the rearing of animals, milking of animals, looking after the animals and feeding of them will be done by our women folk in the countryside. I wish this program a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I welcome now Mr. Kishore C. Supekar, Managing Director, National Cooperative Dairy Federation of India Limited, NCDFI. An alumnus of IRMA's flagship PGDM RM, Mr. Supekar has been associated with the National Dairy Development Board for the last 35 years in the field of institutional development, the Operation Flood Project, and commercial functions in Dhara and Mother Dairy Fruits and Vegetables Private Limited. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Respected Caroline Madam, Director General, International Dairy Federation, Nirmala Ma'am, Dr. Rajoria, Dr. Sodhi, Shri Minesh Shaji, Dr. Umakant Das, and Chairperson of Varghese Kurian Center for Excellence, Dr. J.B. Prajapati, और उपस्थित सभी महिला दूध समिति के सदस्य, चेयरमैन और आज के कार्यक्रम में भाग लेने वाले पूरे ऑडियंस को मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि मैं अपने आप को बहुत भाग्यशाली मानता हूं कि मुझे आज इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे के ऊपर आप लोगों के साथ संवाद करने का मौका दिया गया है। मैं अपने आप को बहुत भाग्यशाली समझता हूं कि 1983 से 1983 से अभी तक कुरियन साहब की टीम से, उनकी आइडियोलॉजी से, उनके अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट से मैं जुड़ा रहा। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है, इस मौके पर मेरे पहले मैं कुछ कहने के पहले अच्छे जो स्टालवर्ड जो है, जिनका डेयरी सेक्टर में बहुत 3 डिकेड 4 डिकेड ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस है, और खास करके निर्मला मैडम ने, सोडी साहब ने और विनेश जी ने जो उनके विचार रखे हैं, उससे उसका जो प्रकाश डाला है, तो महिला सशक्तिकरण की जो बात है, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की जो बात है, कुरियन साहब का सपना था। और मुझे अभी भी याद है जब हम जलगांव प्रोजेक्ट में या धुले में या सांगली में जब काम करते थे, तो हम जो है जब ग्राम सभा लेते थे तो कुरियन साहब का कहा हुआ याद आता था कि सब कष्ट जो है, गाय भैंस को साफ करना, दूध निकालना, दूध सोसाइटी में जाके दूध देना, ये सब जो काम जो है वो महिलाओं के ऊपर जिम्मे थे, महिलाओं के ऊपर सुपुर्द थे। लेकिन पुरुष वर्ग जो है वो मूंछों पे ताव देके हफ्ते में या 10 दिन में या 15 दिन में जाके अपना पेमेंट लेके आ जाता था और उसके ऊपर पैसा उड़ाता था। कुरियन साहब की इच्छा ये थी शुरू से कि यदि महिलाओं को आर्थिक दृष्टि से सक्षम बनाया जाए तो ही महिला सशक्तिकरण की बात हो सकती है। मैं अब जो है इस बारे में आपको थोड़ा सा एक छोटा सा मेरा अनुभव बताना चाहता हूं। मैंने पिछले 3 सालों में उदयपुर जिला दूध संघ, जो राजस्थान डेयरी फेडरेशन का मेंबर है, सरस ब्रांड है, उनके साथ मैंने काम किया है और महिला सशक्तिकरण पर एक केस स्टडी के ऊपर मैंने अवसर पर आप सभी मान्यवर लोगों को ये बताना चाहता हूं कि कुरियन साहब का सपना ये था कि महिलाओं को नेतृत्व में, व्यवहार में, फाइनेंस में, स्ट्रेटेजी में महिलाओं का योगदान बढ़े। और जैसे अभी श्रीजा कंपनी है या सखी है, जैसा कि मिनेश जी ने बताया, तो महिलाओं का योगदान पिछले 10 सालों में जो है बहुत अच्छे तरीके से जो है बढ़ा है। मैं आपको छोटे से संक्षेप में जो है उदयपुर जिला दूध संघ के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ कि डॉक्टर गीता पटेल जो है पिछले 15 वर्ष से वहां पे चेयरमैन रही है और अभी भी उनकी फिर से चेयरमैन चुन के आने की संभावना है। और इस संस्था को पिछले 15 साल में उन्होंने जो एक बढ़ावा दिया है उसमें संस्था का शेयर कैपिटल बढ़ा हुआ है। संस्था की जो अपने दूध संघ की जो महिला संस्थाएं हैं वो करीब उनकी संख्या 222 तक पहुंच गई है। फिर उन्होंने महिलाओं के लिए अलग अलग जो है योजनाएं वहां पे क्रियान्वित की है, जैसे सरस लाडनी योजना है, देन बालिका शिक्षण योजना है, फिर इंश्योरेंस है, फिर इस तरीके की योजना है, ये ग्रुप हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस है। बच्चों को खास करके लड़कियों को शिक्षण में फायदा हो तो उसके लिए भी उन्होंने सहायता प्रदान की है। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि महिला संस्थाओं को बढ़ाने के साथ साथ मैंने खुद ने जो है उदयपुर में करीब 4 या 5 संस्थाओं का मैंने वहां पे सर्वे किया था। और जब मैंने महिलाओं से बात की तो मुझे ये मालूम पड़ा कि महिलाओं का योगदान जैसे जमीन के बारे में या बच्चों के शादी के बारे में या उनके शिक्षण के बारे में कि उन्होंने क्या पढ़ना चाहिए, कैसे पढ़ना चाहिए, या खेती के बारे में, ऐसे इसमें जो है महिलाओं की राय लेना शुरू हो गया है। जो पहले जो बुर्का प्रथा थी राजस्थान में जो है काफी जो है वो पुराना माहौल रहा हुआ है, महिलाएं बाहर नहीं आती थी। लेकिन मैं जब दूध संस्था में गया तब महिलाओं ने बड़े जोर शोर से जो है हमें पूरी वहाँ की संस्था के बारे में, अपने बारे में, उनके अधिकारों के बारे में हमें बहुत अच्छी जानकारी दी। तो मैं इस अवसर पर एनडीडीबी को और कुरियन साहब की जो विचारधारा है और अमूल या सरस या वेरका या जो सुधा जो फेडरेशन है नंदिनी, तो इन लोगों ने जो महिला सशक्तिकरण की जो एक बहुत बड़ी जो योजना है उसको जो अच्छे तरीके से जो इन्होंने क्रियान्वित किया है उसके लिए ये सभी के सभी इसके अभिनंदन के पात्र हैं। और जैसा कि निर्मला मैडम ने भी बताया कि महिलाओं को जब तक हम आगे नहीं लाएंगे तब तक जो है समाज का उत्थान नहीं होगा। मैं मेरे इसके संबोधन के साथ मैं अपने 2 शब्द यहीं समाप्त करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
एनीवे, आप जैसे सब जानते हैं, ज्यादातर जो डेयरी इंडस्ट्री रिलेटेड है, कि डॉक्टर गीता पटेल, शी इज अ PhD in chemistry, but she has chosen to be leader in the Udaipur Milk Union and she is a very successful dairy business woman. So I request Dr. Geeta Patel, मैडम हो सके तो आप इंग्लिश में बोलिएगा, बाकी सब जो अपने लेडीज है थोड़ा हिंदी या गुजराती बोलेगी।
हिंदी में चलेगा, कोई बात नहीं।
So I hand over to Dr. Geeta Patel, please.
Okay. Respected Dr. Umakant Das, Director IRMA, Madam Caroline, Director General of International Dairy Federation, Madam Nirmala Kurian, daughter of Dr. Varghese Kurian, Dr. G.S. Ajuria Saab, President Indian Dairy Association, Dr. R.S. Sodhi Saab, MD GCMF, and Shimine Shah Saab, ED NDDB, and Dr. K.Sh. Shupekar Saab, MD NCDFI, and the convener of this program, Dr. J.B. Prajapati. First of all, I congratulate all the women farmers and women leaders which are working in the dairy sectors. Today, globally, we celebrated the International Women's Day to honor the achievement of the women in various fields. This celebration gives the acknowledgement to those women's personalities who excel in their own fields. Certainly, women have contributed significantly to the women welfare of the society and country subsequently. This celebration is a sign of appreciation, respect, love, and care towards the women in our lives and in society. I, Dr. Geeta Patel, joined as a chairperson of Udaipur Milk Union in 2005, and generally in village, women are engaged in the rearing of animals and milking, both the times morning and evening, with the agriculture and housekeeping responsibilities. but their participation and hard work is not recognized at any level. Looking to this, I motivated women to form a village level dairy cooperative societies. Gradually, women DCs were opened, and as on today, in Udaipur Milk Union, total 222 women DCs are working, and the total membership of the women is 20,255 women membership. This is the symbol of women empowerment in my milk union. With the help of the government, we installed 183 bulk milk coolers in our milkshade area. It's maintain our quality of milk in the rural level of DCS. The milk procured at the village level DCS is chilled at the spot and brought to the main dairy plant through the insulated milk tankers, keeping the milk at low level temperature. This system not only improved the quality of raw milk, but developed the confidence in the producers. In addition, the automatic milk collection units are also installed in the society level, which gives the quality of milk, value of milk, and fat percent of the milk content. This not only satisfied the milk producer, but motivated the women producers having poured the milk in DCS level. The main campaign is taken by me in regard to the clean milk production with the help of our team. We educate the women producers to keep the milk clean and hygienic. The fair price of the milk is being paid to the producers, and it is being transferred to their bank account at every 15 days. Udaipur Dudh Sangh is paying a fair price to the milk producer, and milk prices are revised as per the scenario of the market. Earlier, we have paid 750 rupees per kg fat in their produce, which is highest in my case tenure. The empowerment of women producers, we have launched various social schemes to improve the social economic status of the women. At present, we have a number of women societies. We can say that the highest collection of our milk union is 1,16,000 liters per day in financial year 18-19. In audit, we got the A category from last 7 years, and total 717 DCS. We have 222 women DCS. Total women membership is also increased in our milkshade area. Further, the union supported the 134 DCS to construct their own building. That our own building is work as a multi-purpose information center in the village area. It is strengthen our infrastructure, and we can say that this multi-purpose information centers guide all the farmers in every type of activity, whether it is the agriculture scheme, milk sector scheme, and any other type of scheme. This can be discussed on the dairy society level, and it can be transferred to any farmers. Then I want to mention that in this period, our number of products we have increased. Our brand name is Saras, and chain of products we have. And the financial status of our milk union is, when I joined, the net profit of my milk union is, the net profit of my milk union is 2,53,000. And nowadays, in last previous year, and that is 2018-19. So we started a goat milk collection in the tribal area. Most of the ladies, women farmers are attached in this fund, and we packed in 200 ml bottles and circulated in the market. Some women welfare schemes are also running in my milkshade area. Saras Ladli Yojana, a fixed deposit of 5,500 rupees in the name of the girl child is being issued to the milk producers up to the 2 girl child. Balika Shiksha Protsahan Yojana, in this scheme, we the incentive of 5,000 rupees for the graduation studies and 7,000 rupees for the post-graduation studies we are providing our female members of the milkshade area. And maternal aid scheme, in this scheme, we provide a 3 liters ghee to the women members of our DCS just to support in the maternity phase. And some other incentive schemes are also running, just like a Saras Kanyadan Yojana. In this scheme, we are providing a check of 2,100 rupees to the girl child which become married in of our milk producers. And some other incentive schemes are also the just like the 10th code and 12th for the to encourage all these children. And secure the seats in the engineering and medical exams. And Sachiv Kalyan Kosh scheme, it is only for the welfare fund for the secretaries of the DCS. we provide the 1 lakh rupees for that untimely death of the DCS secretary. Here I want to mention some awards has been got by the Udaipur Milk Union, just like the National Productivity Award in 2007. Rajasthan Cooperative Dairy Federations provide us a facilitation to the highest milk production in Udaipur Milk Union in 2008. We got the audit category in 2007-8 A classification, and from last 7 years we also got the A category in audit classifications. And we can say I try to uplift my milk union and also the farmers of our milkshade area.
मैडम प्राजक्ता दास आप शुरू कर सकती है मुंबई से.
Good evening, honorable panel members. I am Mrs. Prajakta Suresh Das, Director, Maharashtra Milk Federation, Mumbai. Take this opportunity to share my experience in dairy field. I am working in Ashti Taluka in Bid district of Maharashtra region, which is a drought-prone area. Even though I came from farming family, my relationship with the dairy industry was only limited to drinking milk. But after 2011, when we thought of starting our own dairy farm, I came to know what the real challenges of dairying are. Initially, my barn business was not profitable due to lack of experience, veterinary services, unavailability of veterinary services, and green fodder throughout the year. At that time, I got the opportunity to associate with Ashti Taluka Milk Union, which provided training on free farm, silage, clean milk production, etc., which helped me a lot for managing my dairy business profitably. With this association, I also became the director of Maharashtra State Federation, Mahanan Dairy. And I'm sure this would definitely motivate the other women to come forward. In our country, most of the domestic work related to feeding of cattle and farm management is done by women only. But they do not participate in the management of business or controlling the resources. Especially income goes to males of the family. So in order to motivate women of my region to come forward, we continuously conduct meetings and awareness programs for women producers. In our region, due to continuous drought, dairying can be one of the reliable source of income for women. Gradually, more and more women are getting aware to come forward for dairying. I also want to highlight that dairy is the only industry where there is no gender discrimination is found in this field. It can be adopted by anyone. It is a traditional business where women get support from home as well as society. Working hours are also low and convenient, and it is also flexible. Also, the government provides effort, direct, indirect help. Now, due to direct benefit transfer and digitization, the money is getting deposited directly into the bank accounts of the milk producers, which is a dream of our Honorable Prime Minister. On this occasion, I would like to congratulate millions of the women dairy farmers of India. It is because of their efforts that India is now #1 in the milk production in the world. But I also like to highlight that still a lot has to be done for women producers, be it helping them to reduce their drudgery by technological intervention or providing their providing their rightful share in ownership of their farm income. And we have to strive for that position of women in dairying. The challenges I foresee from here are availability of feed and fodder. Next challenge is increasing the milk production capacity per animal by use of sex semen or embryo transfer technology. Adaptation of new technologies like ration balancing, biogas, slurry processing, doorstop delivery system, use of chelated mineral mixture, etc. And also more women entrepreneurs and use to MSME scheme for dairying. More women in the policy making role, whether it is a cooperative, people's representative, or even private enterprises. I'm thankful to NDDB for giving this opportunity to express my opinion.
Thank you very much, madam, for giving your opinion. I feel very sorry that we have disturbed situation. Now we have Gayatri Ben sitting from Amul Dairy. Gayatri Ben સાંભળે છે? Are you?
Banas Dairy also present here.
ઓકે, બનાસ ડેરીમાં આવી ગયા છે ને બેન? તો આપણે બનાસનું શરૂ કરી દઈએ. પૂજાબેન જયેશભાઈ ચૌધરી.
जी सर,
प्लीज. हाँ,
सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. Good evening all of you. Today we have celebrating International Women Day. A warm welcome of Dr. Omakant Das, Director of IRMA, respected Mr. Carolina Emmett, Director General of International Dairy Federation, Miss Nirmala Kurian, daughter of our Milk Revolution led Sri Varghese Courier, and all today here Minesh Shah, ED of NDDB, Dr. R.S. Sodi, MD of GCMFF, Dr. G.S. Rajoria, President of INDA, and सभी यहाँ प्रेजेंट जो कर रहे हैं, डॉक्टर गीताबेन पटेल, श्रीमती गायत्रीबेन पटेल, पल्लवी व्यास, प्रजंता सुरेश दास एंड पिंकी कुमारी. सबसे पहले धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी मैं बनास डेयरी के चेयरमैन श्री शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब का, कि उन्होंने मुझे इस मंच के ऊपर अपने व्यूज बोलने का एक मौका दे दिया. जैसे आज हम सभी को पता है कि आज इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं. मैं जेस पूजा चौधरी नागौर राज्य जिले से हूँ, और जब मैं यहाँ पर गुजरात राज्य में जब मेरी शादी हुई तब मुझे थोड़ा सा यहाँ की जो लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम थी और मैं क्या बिजनेस करूँ वो मुझे काफी प्रॉब्लम हुई. लेकिन जब मैंने कहीं रिसर्च करा कि मुझे कहाँ जाके क्या चीज करनी चाहिए, तब मुझे मौका मिला हमारे ही गांव में. जब लोगों को देखा कि वहां के लोग 1-1 लाख रुपए का, 2 लाख रुपए का मंथली उनकी इनकम है, तो जब मुझे लगा कि ये लोग जब अनलिमिटेड कमाई पशुपालन धंधे से, बनास डेयरी से कर सकते हैं, तो क्या हम इस बिजनेस से नहीं जुड़ सकते. मेरे फादर इन लॉ और मदर इन लॉ इसी डेयरी से कई वर्षों से जुड़े हुए. जब मुझे लगा कि मुझे भी इस बिजनेस से जुड़ना चाहिए, तब मैं अपने ही घर के लोगों के साथ ये बिजनेस शुरू करा. स्टार्टिंग में हमारे पास कम से कम 10-11 गायें भैंसें थी, लेकिन जब इसको हमने बढ़ा के 20 से 30 करा, जब हमारी ये इनकम इतनी बड़ी हुई, 1 लाख 2 लाख तक हम पहुंच गए. पिछली साल जब मैंने 19 लाख का दूध भराया, तो मुझे लगा कि ये डेयरी जब हम पूरे साल का जो दूध भराते हैं उसमें जो बेनिफिट मिलता है हमको ईयरली, उसके साथ साथ हमको बहुत सी ऐसी फैसिलिटीज देती है, डॉक्टर फैसिलिटीज, जिसके अंदर अगर हमारे कोई भी पशु बीमार हो जाए तो एनी टाइम, जब हम जैसे 108 को कॉल करते हैं, वो एनी टाइम हमारे यहाँ दौड़ के आ जाते हैं. तो उसी टाइम 250 जो डॉक्टरों की जो टीम है बनास डेयरी की, वो हमारे हर एक जगह पहुंच जाती है. सिर्फ आप उनको एक कॉल करिए. धन्यवाद मिस्टर शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब, बनास डेयरी के चेयरमैन के, आपने इतनी अच्छी व्यवस्था करी और इस डेयरी को आज एशिया की नंबर 1 डेयरी बनाया. मैं सैल्यूट करती हूँ ऐसे लीडर को और इस पूरे बनास डेयरी के मेंबर्स को, कि उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी लीडरशिप दिया आप लोगों का जो कार्य है, और बनास डेयरी को टॉप लेवल पर जाने के लिए. जैसे अभी यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं कि दूध क्रांति के साथ साथ बहुत सारे बनास डेयरी ने पिछले साल कई प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किए, जैसे पोटैटो सीड्स, बायोगैस प्लांट दामा के अंदर, दाड़म प्रोजेक्ट, THR एट बादलपुर, A2 मिल्क देसी गाय का. ये हमारे लिए एक बहुत ही शक्तिशाली, जो बच्चों के लिए पौष्टिक वर्धक हम कह सकते हैं, कैल्शियम की सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत रहती है, वो A2 मिल्क का जो प्रोजेक्ट है सर का, ये हमारा एक जो श्री हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी का सपना है कि हमारे जो किसान लोगों की जो आवक है 2022 के अंदर, जो उनका सपना है कि उनको अपनी आवक को डबल करने का, उस सपना को साकार करने के लिए हमारे टीम जो बनास डेयरी की टीम है शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब के अंडर में, और साथ साथ इन जो अगला जो इनका जो विजन है कि 2022 में हर चीज हम डबल करेंगे। जैसे हम लोगों को पहले ये जो बायोगैस प्लांट बनाया दामा के अंदर, उससे हमको सबसे बड़ी फायदा ये हुआ कि मतलब जो छान है उसमें से भी हमको आवक मिल रही है। इसके लिए सर का धन्यवाद। कोई भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है तो बनास डेयरी उसको सबसे पहले यहाँ इंक्लूड करती है कि हम कैसे इसको लोगों के सामने लाए। इंटरनेशनल की कोई भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी होगी तो सर उसको पहले यहाँ बनास में लाएंगे और उनको डॉक्टरों को एक ट्रेनिंग देंगे कि कैसे आपको ये जल्दी से उसको कैचअप करना है और इस गुजरात राज्य में उसको डेवलप करने। खरेखर मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगी चौधरी साहब का, शंकर भाई का, और ऐसे मतलब जो उन्होंने इतनी बड़ी जो प्रोजेक्ट जैसे चालू किया। और इसके अंदर जब हम जो अभी जो आंगनवाड़ी उसके अंदर जो THR का जो बादलपुर में यूनिसेफ के अंडर में जो चलाया जा रहा प्रोजेक्ट, उससे एज मैं वर्कर एज ICDS डिपार्टमेंट, तो मैं जब जो THR मातृ शक्ति, बाल शक्ति और पुण्य शक्ति को जब ये पैकेट्स जब मैं देती हूँ, तो जो बनास डेयरी के अंडर में जो बादलपुर में जो प्लांट है उसमें खरेखर इसकी जो गुणवत्ता है बहुत ही सराहनीय है। और जो बच्चों को जब मैं देखती हूँ कि जो उनके जो पहले की जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर को जो दी गई थी वो इतनी गुणवत्ता वाली नहीं थी, लेकिन जब इसके अंदर जब मैंने देखा कि इसका बेस्ट क्वालिटी, उसका रिजल्ट जो कुपोषण मुक्त गुजरात हमको बनाना है, उस पैकेट से 6 माह से लेके 3 वर्ष के बच्चों को जो वितरण दिया जा रहा है, दात्री माता, सगर्मा माता और 11 से 18 साल की जो किशोरियों के लिए जो पैकेट तैयार किया है, उस प्रोजेक्ट में जो THR का जो प्लांट बनाया बनास डेयरी के अंदर से ये चल रहा है, तो खरे धन्यवाद है। ऐसे जो नए नए प्रोजेक्ट ला रहे हैं और उनको हमारे इस डेयरी के थ्रू हमको मिल रहा है। मंथली हम उनको अपने हर गांव में हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर करते हैं। धन्यवाद ऐसी सेवाएं देने के लिए, और धन्यवाद ऐसे लीडर को। अगर आपकी टीम लीडर है तो आपका टीम का जो लीडर आपका एक डिसिप्लिन वाला हो तो आपकी टीम पूरी मजबूत बनती है। मैं इसका श्रेय सभी जो बनास डेयरी के सभी मेंबर्स है, अभी जो MD संग्राम सिंह जी साहब है और शंकर भाई चौधरी तो हमेशा ही बेस्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो खरेखर ऐसे लीडर, और इस दूध व्यवसाय से मैं जुड़ी, मेरी कल ही एक बहनों से मीटिंग हुई कि एक बहन का 1 करोड़ और 11 लाख का टर्नओवर 1 वर्ष में इतना दूध भरा सकती है। देखिए सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि इस दूध में अनलिमिटेड कमाई कर सकते हैं। तो मैं भी इसी बिजनेस से जुड़ी, और सबसे अच्छी बात आपका हर 15 दिन में आपका पेमेंट आपके बैंक दूध का बैंक में आ जाता है। तो ये जो चीजें हैं ये बहुत ही यूनिक है। हर एक महिला को मेरे गांव की, अगर मैं एज ए ऑडिटर में जब मैं जाती हूँ, सर ने मुझे कहा आप ऑडिटिंग कीजिए, तो 2017 से मैं ऑडिटिंग भी कर रही हूँ। जब मैंने देखा कि इस डेयरी का जो काम है, एक एक छोटी छोटी चीजें बारीकियों का दिया जा रहा है, हर चीज को एक शून्य चीज से देखा जा रहा है। ऐसी चीजें हम इसको रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, तब हम कहीं जाके ये बाहर आते हैं। आज मेरे गांव का जो लक्ष्मीपुरा गांव है, बनासकांठा का टॉप 10 में वो गांव आता है, 1 करोड़ का टर्नओवर होता है। सभी बहनें वो सुबह 4 बजे उठ के अपना जो उनका जो टारगेट है कि मुझे आज 1100 लीटर दूध बनाना है, 1000 बनाना है, तो ये बेस्ट कर रही है। तो आज हर एक महिला मेरे गांव की एक सशक्त महिला बनी है। तो ये जो वुमेन इंटरनेशनल जो डे पर जो मुझे लगा कि आज की जो महिला है, मेरे गांव की नहीं, पूरे बनासकांठा जिला की या पूरा गुजरात राज्य की हम कहें तो भी अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगी कि ये महिलाएं आज बनासकांठा डेयरी से ही जो बनास डेयरी है उसी के लेवल से वो एक अपनी अलग सी पहचान बनाई, एक आत्मनिर्भरता आई, और उससे वो अपना हर एक सपना को साकार कर सकती है। क्योंकि देखिए इसके अंदर कोई पढ़ी लिखी की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, उसमें जो एक नेजल बन करते हैं। और एक दूसरी बहन है, वो पिछले साल उन्होंने कहा कि मैं 4th क्लास पढ़ी हूँ मैडम, लेकिन उसका मैनेजमेंट देखिए, आपका काम का तरीका क्या वो इंपॉर्टेंट रखता है। आप MA BEd करे हो कोई जरूरी नहीं है, आप टॉप लेवल पर कहां तक पहुंच रहे हो ये जरूरी है। तो यह मैंने देखा कि कुछ बहनें अनपढ़ भी है, लेकिन इस बनास से जो मिल रहा है उनको वो बेस्ट मिल रहा है। और सबसे अच्छी बात है लास्ट में उनको जो मिलता है नफा, इसमें नफा वाली मिलती है, हर चीज मिलती है। तो कहीं दूसरी जगह मैंने नहीं देखा। मैं नागौर से बिलोंग करती हूँ, मैंने ऐसी कहीं भी ऐसी फैसिलिटीज नहीं देखी। इस गुजरात राज्य में जो मैंने देखी है वो खरेखर एक काबिलियत तारीफ है ऐसे लीडर की, शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब की, कि उन्होंने इस बनास को इतना अच्छा बनाया और ऐसे नए नए प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च करके इसको एक आगे से आगे बढ़ने का एक मौका दिया। धन्यवाद शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब कि आपने इस तरह से मतलब जो बनास को बेस्ट बनाया, इसमें इतने सारे प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किए। अगर मैं पिछली बार ये जो जनवरी 2021 की बात करूं तो बनास डेयरी का सबसे ज्यादा दूध 86.7 लाख का सबसे हाईएस्ट टर्नओवर हुआ है। ये है बनास का सबसे हाईएस्ट टर्नओवर। खरेखर जब ऐसी बात करते हैं कि दिस इज एशियन नंबर 1 डेयरी, तो एकदम हमें भी ऐसा लगता है कि हम इस डेयरी का कुछ तो भाग है, कुछ यानी सबका। देखिए आज हर एक नारी इस देश से जुड़ी हुई है और मतलब वो नारी एक गर्व के साथ कह सकती है कि मेरा खुद का इनकम आ रहा है। तो मैं ये नहीं कह सकती कि कोई भी महिला, कोई भी आप कर सकते। मुझे ही बिजनेस अच्छा लगा और मैं ये कर रही हूँ, तो मुझे खरेखर मुझे आगे भी मेरा ये प्लान है कि मैं इसमें मोर एंड मोर 19 या 20 लाख का दूध बढ़ाऊं, क्योंकि मेरा खुद का ये सपना है। क्योंकि इसमें सारी फैसिलिटीज, ये गुणवत्ता वाले दान भी देते हैं, सब जगह आप देख लीजिए, साय भी देते हैं। और जैसे विधवा साय, अभी जो बनास डेयरी ने एक
पूजा बेन थोड़ा जल्दी करो तो सारो बधी बहनों राह जुआ छे बीजा जो प्लीज।
यस सर,
समय नो प्रॉब्लम छापो।
और विधवा सहाय योजना के अंदर भी 50% का ये जो डिस्काउंट देते हैं कि उनके बच्चों को हम पढ़ाएं, और बहुत सारी ऐसे फैसिलिटीज देती है मतलब बनास डेयरी। तो धन्यवाद ऐसी डेयरी को, और मैं इस डेयरी से जुड़ी हूँ। धन्यवाद शंकर भाई चौधरी साहब। एक नारी के बारे में खुद की कविता लिखी है सर, वो 2 मिनट की है। हे नारी तू सत्य की मुहूर्त है, तू ही तो त्याग की मूर्ति है, तू ही तो न्याय की मूर्ति है। और कितने दर्द लेकर अपने होठों पे मुस्कान, फिर भी तू नहीं जाने देती। तू ही तो देश का मान सम्मान गौरव अभिमान है, आत्म सम्मान है। तू जगत जननी है, तू देवों की देवी है। हे नारी तू जगत की जननी है, तेरे वो हर भाव नहीं जो जान पाते, क्योंकि वो दिलों की रानी है। और तू अपने ही दिमागों से अनगिनत सवाल लेकर चलती है, फिर भी तू हर जगत में अपना मान सम्मान त्याग और न्याय पर खड़ी रहती है। जय हिंद, धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू वेरी मच पूजा बहन।
थैंक यू सर।
Now we will now hear Mrs. Pallavi Vyas, Managing Director of Shanta Farms. Now Caroline Madam has also joined, Rajore Saab bhi hai. बाकी हम जितने possible होते हैं we have tried to gather. Now most of the people who were there we have tried to bring in. I feel very sorry that our program was hijacked even on YouTube. But now we are comfortable. Please, I request all the remaining women leaders to finish in 5 to 7 minutes. Please. Thank you very much.
Definitely, sir. Namaskar. Good evening. A big thanks to Dr. Umakant Das, Director IRMA, for this unique workshop, recognizing the role of women and apply title as Women Leadership in Dairy Industry. And I also warm welcome to all the dignitaries present in this workshop. Ms. Caroline Aman, Director General, International Dairy Federation, Brussels. Ms. Nirmala Kurian, I think she's not there, but I have to welcome her, ma'am, also, because their contribution in dairy industry is for India is tremendous, really. Shrimini Shah from NDDB, Dr. R.S. Sodi, MD, GCMMF, Dr. G.S. Rajoria, President, IDA, Shri K.C. Supekar, MD, NCDFI, and Mr. Prajapati, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity for celebration of International Women's Day with the dairy industry leaders. I feel this workshop is not only a recognition for few women who are speaking as a part of this celebration, but scores of real rural Indian women who tend and collect liquid milk to make the Indian dairy a success story. The growth of the Indian dairy sector as the leader in production of milk is the testimony to the hard work put in by these rural women of India. I come from the business city of Indore in Madhya Pradesh and would like to share my experience in starting a dairy farm. in 2013, we, my husband, Mr. Sanjay Vyas and myself started exporting organic food products to USA under the name of Shanta Tradexim Private Limited. The key reason for getting into organic milk farming was due to the sudden death of my mother-in-law, who could not survive her cancer attack. Doctors were of the opinion that her ill health was due to the presence of pesticide and chemicals in the food chain. We surveyed the Indian agriculture sector and simultaneously zeroed in on the dairy sector, because rearing of cow, we can get crop livestock techniques and we can get organic from the farming system. So we zeroed in on the dairy sector as the starting part of our business in organic food. Subsequently, we decided to set up a dairy farm for producing organic products and healthy milk and milk products. The result of this vision was Shanta Farms that was established in 2016. Today, we have world-class machinery for milking, pasteurizing, bottling, washing, and supplying our organic milk in bottles in the city of Indore and the other organic food products in nearby states. As part of Shanta Farms' initial plans, we created milk cluster of 10 farmers who were dedicated to hard work and honestly wanted to work for purity of milk. We not only arranged finance from bank for these farmers to buy high quality cows, Gir cows, but also guided them to produce organic healthy milk without buyback guarantee of higher rate than market. In our small way, we are able to make a difference in about 500 plus rural families and raise their standard of living by providing regular income from the milk and organic sector. The need of the hour is to encourage the growth of small and medium sized dairy to become a supplier of quality milk to most cities and also a living for the farmers around these cities. I'm sure a model we have created can be replicated around other cities in India which are not metros. For upliftment of women farmer and supporting the farmer, we created our Shanta Social Welfare Society. So we can join together with so many of farmers. In the short period of establishment, I experienced many international exposure. Like we were the first who got selected with MSME delegation Poland, where we saw tremendous demand of Indian valued milk product. I'm also working with the Netherlands Embassy for improving dairy sector in India and licensed advisor of cow signal training program. From that, I am training my women farmer and farmers, because I think observing a cow in the cow's perspective is very different. And I'm also working with the US Consulate Mumbai to enhance the dairy sector and year-long feed availability. I'm looking forward to listen to other participants, how they make an impact in their areas, and look forward to replicate their best practices to improve Shanta Farm also. Before I conclude, I want to make a special mention of my husband, Sanjay Vyas. Without his constant encouragement and support, I'm sure I will not have achieved this success. I'm sure most of the women in this group will agree that without the support of the male folks, we will not be able to achieve that what we have. The presence of many male speakers in this seminar is the testimony to their contribution to the success of women in the dairy industry in India. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Rajoria, sir. Thank you, IDA, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pallavi Madam, for a very nice input, and your encouraging example will be really important for all the women leaders. Now, I request Gayatri Ben from Ajarpura. Yes, from Amul Dairy.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम गायत्री रितेश पटेल, वंश डेयरी फार्म आनंद गुजरात से। मैं इस बिजनेस में हूँ क्योंकि यहाँ कोई मुकाबला नहीं है और दूध के उत्पाद भी दिन ब दिन बढ़ते जाते हैं और हमने तो अपने माता पिता को बचपन से ये काम करते हुए देखा है। तो डेयरी फार्म में आए लगभग 5 साल हुए। इन 5 सालों में हमने काफी उतार चढ़ाव देखे हैं। 2 साल पहले तो आमदनी में काफी गिरावट हो गई थी। उसका कारण वातावरण में आया बदलाव और दूध के गिरते दाम। लेकिन हम ठहरे किसान के बेटी, हार मानने वाले नहीं थे। तो हमने ठान ली थी और हम सक्सेस भी हुए। हमारी सक्सेस देखते हुए आज इस बिजनेस में काफी महिलाएं जुड़ गई है। तो आप जानते हैं कि लॉकडाउन में पिछले साल जो कोविड-19 की वजह से देश में जो लॉकडाउन हुआ था, तो हम ही लोग ऐसे थे जो आम जनता तक जीवन की जरूरी चीज दूध को सप्लाई करते थे। चाहे हमें समय पर दान की डिलीवरी मिले या ना मिले, हम कुछ ना कुछ जुगाड़ तो कर ही लेते थे। तब हमें पता चला कि हम जिस बिजनेस में हैं उसकी क्या अहमियत है। पर हमने सोचा कि अकेले दूध पर ही निर्भर नहीं हो सकते हैं, तो इसके अलावा इसी बिजनेस से हम दूसरी तरह की आय कैसे ले, उसके बारे में भी सोचना पड़ेगा। तो एक बार हम लोग फार्म में एक बार बाटी सेक रहे थे, सूखे गोबर से हम लोग बाटी सेक रहे थे। तो ऐसा विचार आया कि क्यों ना इस गोबर का ऐसा कुछ इस्तेमाल किया जाए कि लकड़ी की बजाय हम गोबर से बनी लॉग का इस्तेमाल करें, ताकि देश में बढ़ रहे हैं जो वन के डिफोरेस्टेशन के रेट को भी हम घटा पाएंगे और इससे वातावरण में भी बदलाव आएगा। और आप जानते हैं कि फैक्ट्रीज में, बॉयलर में और रेस्टोरेंट में तंदूर में और फिर स्मशान में भी लकड़ी ज्यादातर इस्तेमाल होती है। तो हम पब्लिक को ऐसे समझाए कि लकड़ी की वजह हम गोबर से बनी लॉग का इस्तेमाल करें कि पेड़ बच सके, इससे भी देश का विकास होगा। तो और एक बात और, जो पब्लिक को हम गोबर से बने गमलों के बारे में भी थोड़ा बताना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि गोबर से जो गमले बनेंगे तो वो ऑर्गेनिक होंगे और अपनी सेहत के लिए भी अच्छे रहेंगे और इससे हम प्लास्टिक का इस्तेमाल कम कर सकेंगे। तो मैंने तो अपने फार्म में गोबर बनाना शुरू भी कर दिया है और जल्द ही मैं गोबर से बनी वो लॉग मार्केट में लाने वाली हूँ। इससे हम आसपास के जितनी भी महिलाएं डेयरी फार्मिंग से जुड़ी है उन सबको साथ लेकर के इस बिजनेस को आगे बढ़ाना चाहती हूँ, ताकि कम कीमत में बिकने वाले गोबर से हम फार्मर अपनी आमदनी बढ़ा पाए और जो 1-2 एनिमल्स रखते हैं उनको भी गोबर से थोड़ा बहुत फायदा मिल पाए और इस तरकीब से गाय को भी पेट भर खाना मिलेगा। क्योंकि अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि जब तक गाय दूध देती है तब तक उसको पेट भर खाना मिलता है। जब गाय दूध देना बंद कर देती है तब उसका दाना भी कम कर दिया जाता है। इससे क्या होता है कि गाय बीमार पड़ जाती है और इस तरकीब से गाय को अच्छा खाना मिलेगा, क्योंकि उसके गोबर से भी फार्मर को अच्छा खासा फायदा होता है, तो गाय को भी अच्छी तरह से खाना खिलाएगा तो गाय भी खुश और उसको पालने वाला भी खुश। जब कोई सहकारी संस्था या अमूल से कि कहीं से भी मुझे योग्य मार्गदर्शन मिले तो मैं अपने फार्म का और दूसरों के फार्म का गोबर इकट्ठा कर बायोगैस बनाना चाहती हूँ और इसे गवर्नमेंट को देना चाहती हूँ और उसमें से जो गारा बचेगा तो वो हम फार्मर को देंगे, क्योंकि ये जमीन में जाएगा तो जमीन की उर्वरता को भी बनाएगा और हम इससे पेट्रोल डीजल के भाव से भी लड़ सकते हैं और इससे प्रदूषण भी घट जाएगा। आज डेयरी फार्म से जुड़े सभी भाई बहनों से मैं ये नम्र अपील करना चाहती हूँ कि हम सबको एकजुट होकर देश और दुनिया को ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग की तरफ ले जाना है, क्योंकि हमने देखा है कि कोरोना काल में अन्य देशों के मुकाबले अपने देश में जैसे हमारी आबादी इतनी ज्यादा है लेकिन नुकसान कम हुआ है। तो मेरा ये मानना है कि कहीं ना कहीं पुरखों से चली आई अपनी रीत, जो कि हम अभी उसको ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग कहते हैं, वही जिम्मेदार है। मैं एक और अपील अमूल और फेडरेशन से करना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे हमारे दूध का मार्केटिंग वो करते हैं, तो उसी तरह डेयरी फार्मर गोबर से बनी कोई भी प्रोडक्ट जैसे कि लॉग बनाना, गमला बनाना, उपला बनाना और अगरबत्ती बनाना, कृमि खाद बनाना, जैसे छोटे छोटे दिए बनते हैं वो बनाना, तो वो सब फार्मर आपको बना के दे और उसका आप मार्केटिंग कर दे, तो वो फार्मर को भी एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिल जाएगा और उसको हिम्मत मिलेगी कि चलो हम गोबर से भी कुछ कमाते हैं। तो वो खाली दूध पर निर्भर नहीं रहेगा, तो और लोग इस बिजनेस से जुड़ते जाएंगे। तो मैं अपील करना चाहूंगी कि फार्मर को इतनी सहायता दी जाए कि उनकी बनाई हुई प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में डाल दे, क्योंकि फार्मर प्रोडक्शन कर सकता है, उसका मार्केटिंग नहीं कर सकता है। कुछ करने की जिद है, हारूंगी नहीं, कुछ करके दिखाऊंगी। और मेरा ये मानना है कि फेलियर विल नेवर ओवरटेक मी इफ माय डिटर्मिनेशन टू सक्सीड इज स्ट्रांग इनफ। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेरी मच गायत्री बहन। मैडम रशपाल कौर जी लुधियाना से मैडम रशपाल कौर जी, प्लीज आपका निवेदन दीजिए प्लीज।
हेलो, सत श्री अकाल जी, मैं रशपाल कौर। हेलो, हाँ जी, मेरा नाम रशपाल कौर है ते मैं दी कुमार गवर्नमेंट दुध उत्पादक सहकारी सभा लिमिटेड दी सेक्रेटरी हाँ। ते मैंने जॉब 7 जुलाई 2011 को शुरू की थी। मेरे पति एक खेती बाड़ी करते हैं और मेरा एक बेटा है जो विदेश में सेटल है। जो मैंने सभा की नौकरी शुरू की थी तो उस समय हमारे सभा की हालत बहुत खराब थी। सभा को उस समय 80 लीटर दूध था, जबकि हुण हमारी सभा के पास 500 लीटर दूध है और हमें उस समय केवल 15 मेंबर ही दूध डेयरी में डालते थे। लेकिन अब हमारी डेयरी में दूध उत्पादक 45 मेंबर है और पहला हमारे हर साल जो हम बोनस बांटते थे वो 50,000 रुपए तक का था, लेकिन अब 3 लाख रुपया हम प्रति साल बोनस मेंबरों को देते हैं। सभा महिला सशक्तिकरण को पहल दी जाती है। जैसे इस संबंध में हमें सेल्फ ग्रुप भी शुरू की गए हैं जो कि पिछले 10-12 साल से चल रहा है। मिल्क यूनियन लुधियाना वालों हमें सभा के मेंबरों के लिए समय समय पर दवाइयों पर 35% छूट दी जाती है जो मेंबर सभा में दूध डालते हैं उनके लिए, और सभा को फीड भी मुहैया कराई जाती है और मिली लेक्चर भी दिया जाता है जिस पर सब्सिडी दी जाती है। मिल्क यूनियन लुधियाना वालों सभा के महिला दूध उत्पादक मेंबरों के लिए अंतरराष्ट्रीय टूर करवाए जाते हैं, जैसे नाल पंजाब तो बाहर दे टूर दूध उत्पादक किस तरह दूध पैदा करते हैं, इसे देखने का हमें मौका मिलता है। हम एनडीडीबी के बहुत आभारी हैं कि जो हमें इस सभा में बात रखने का मौका दिया। सत श्री अकाल।
थैंक यू वेरी मच, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। सुपर्णा दास शर्मा, देव शर्मा से फ्रॉम सुंदरवन से जो है ना मैडम सुपर्णा।
हेलो,
यस प्लीज।
हाँ यस सर, या
प्लीज गो अहेड विथ योर्स।
हेडफोन शुरू करो।
हाँ जी,
থাকছে না। আমি সুপর্ণা দেব শর্মা, সুন্দরবন মিল্ক ইউনিয়নের অধীনস্থ বাসন্তী ব্লকের চৌরঙ্গী মহিলা দুগ্ধ উৎপাদক সমবায় সমিতির সদস্য ও সভানেত্রী। আমি প্রথমেই ধন্যবাদ ও শ্রদ্ধা জ্ঞাপন করি আমাকে এই আমার অভিজ্ঞতা স্বনির্ভরতা চলার পথে নানা রকম চড়াই উতরাই সম্পর্কে বলার সুযোগ করে দেওয়ার জন্য। সবাই উপস্থিত সকল বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তিবর্গকে আমার প্রণাম জানাই। সুন্দরবন হলো পৃথিবীর বৃহত্তম বদ্বীপ অঞ্চল। এখানে প্রায় ঝড় লেগে থাকে, আমফান, আইলা এবং বুলবুল এখানে সবকিছুই ধ্বংস করে দিয়ে যায়। তাছাড়া সত্ত্বেও মায়েরা ভয় পায় না। এখানকার জীবন জীবিকা খুবই কষ্টদায়ক। কৃষিকাজ, মাছ ধরা, কাঁকড়া, মধু সংগ্রহ এখানকার পুরুষদের প্রধান জীবিকা। তাই তারা বাইরে চলে যায় অধিকাংশ দিন। তখন মানুষের বাড়ির হাল ধরে মহিলারাই সমসাময়িক পরিস্থিতিতে সুন্দরবন মিল্ক ইউনিয়ন ও রাষ্ট্র ডেয়ারি বিকাশ বোর্ডের সহযোগিতায় গ্রামের কিছু উদ্যোগী মহিলার মিলিত উদ্যোগে সম্পূর্ণ মহিলা দ্বারা পরিচালিত মহিলা দুগ্ধ উৎপাদক সমবায় সমিতি গঠনের সিদ্ধান্ত নেই। প্রথম থেকেই 100% সঠিক গুণগত মান, পরিমাণ, দাম সরাসরি ব্যাংকের মাধ্যমে কাজ শুরু করা হয়। কম্পিউটার চালিত AMCS সফটওয়্যার মাধ্যমে পরিচালিত, যেখানে সদস্যদের সামনে স্বচ্ছতার সঙ্গে সমস্ত কাজ শুরু করা হয়। তাই সদস্যদের যাতে লেনদেনের জন্য অসুবিধা না হয়, সমিতিতেই মাইক্রো ATM বসানো হয়েছে, যাতে সদস্যদের অর্থ ও সময় দুই রক্ষা পায়। উৎপাদিত দুধ সঠিকভাবে বাজারজাত করার জন্য সুন্দরিনীর ব্র্যান্ডের ছত্রছায়ায় আমরা মিল্ক ওয়ার্ল্ড ডেতে শপথ গ্রহণ করি বিষমুক্ত পরিবার ও জৈবিক দুধ বিপণনে। এতে আমার পরিবার ও আমাদের সম্মানীয় ক্রেতাগণ সুরক্ষিত থাকবেন। আমরা মহিলারা দুধ ছাড়াও বিষমুক্ত কৃষিকাজ শুরু করি, যেখান থেকে গোবিন্দভোগ, রাধা তিলক, দুধেশ্বর চাল, মুগ ডাল, বিভিন্ন সবজি উৎপাদন করি। সঙ্গে জঙ্গল থেকে মধু সংগ্রহ করে সমস্ত খাদ্যদ্রব্য বাংলার প্রসিদ্ধ মিষ্টি সুন্দরিনী নামে বাজারজাত করা হচ্ছে। আমাজনের মাধ্যমে প্রোডাক্ট পাওয়া যাচ্ছে সারা বিশ্বে। সুন্দরবন মিল্ক ইউনিয়নের উদ্যোগে রাষ্ট্রীয় ডেয়ারি বিকাশ বোর্ডের সহযোগিতায় আমরা সমিতিতে সোলার বসিয়েছি এবং সেই শক্তি কাজে লাগিয়ে কাজকর্ম চালাচ্ছি। এছাড়া পরিবেশ বান্ধব বায়োগ্যাস বাড়িতে বসিয়েছি, গোবরকে কাজে লাগিয়ে রান্না থেকেও আয় আমাদের সাশ্রয় হচ্ছে। স্লারির সাহায্যে কৃষিকাজ ও মাছের খাবার হিসাবে ব্যবহার করা হচ্ছে। এটা সম্পূর্ণ জৈবিক পদ্ধতিতে চাষবাস করার জন্য আমরা ভাই কাকা থেকে বিভিন্ন ট্রেনিং পেয়েছি। গ্রামীণ অর্থনীতিতে মহিলাদের অবদান খুবই গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। 2018 সালে NDDBর চেয়ারম্যান সাহেব চৌরঙ্গী মহিলা দুগ্ধ উৎপাদক সমবায় সমিতিকে মডেল সমিতি হিসাবে ঘোষণা করেন। রাষ্ট্রীয় ডেয়ারি বিকাশ বোর্ডের চেয়ারম্যান সাহেব, উচ্চপদস্থ অফিসার, ওয়ার্ল্ড ব্যাংকের ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট, আইফো ও সহ বিশিষ্ট গুণীজনের পদধূলি আমাদের সমিতিতে পেয়ে আমরা খুব আনন্দিত ও গর্বিত। আমাদের সাংগঠনিক কাজ দেখতে এসেছিলেন। গ্রামীণ অর্থনীতিতে মহিলা দুগ্ধ উৎপাদক সমবায় সমিতি আগামী দিনে এক বৃহত্তর দিশা দেখাবে, এ বিশ্বাস ও আস্থা রেখে উপস্থিত সকল বিশিষ্ট গুণীজনকে আমার নমস্কার জানিয়ে শেষ করছি।
Thank you, sir. I just sum up the points in very nutshell way. First of all, we are very, thankful to all organizers that we have got the opportunity to share our experience and struggle to be self-employed and self-identity. As we all know, Sundarban is a world's largest mangrove forest, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and also a home of Royal Bengal tiger. Natural disasters like cyclone, Aila, Bulbul are repeatedly smashed our livelihood. Generally, here men in this region go out in various cities, towns for work. All the women of Sundarban raised to the occasion. In the year of 2015, with the guidance and technical support of NDDB, Sundarban Cooperative started and revival with a vigor and determination to develop the women dairy cooperatives with the principle of 100% women society, 100% testing, and 100% payment to the individual bank account. And in the year of 2017, 1st June, World Milk Day, when the women farmer members of Sundarban took oath in the presence of representative of NDDB to go organic. The farmer members decided to convert the milk and livestock products into organic way. So they started their herbal garden and growing organic fodder. We become the first women dairy cooperative in India to initiate a holistic, integrated, sustainable approach by producing milk and livestock products and other traditional variety like rice, like black rice, red rice, brown rice, and Sonamuk dal. And of course, Sundarban wild mangrove honey. It is very popular for quality and taste. We are very pleased to announce that many of us are under organic certification as per the guideline of NPOP and Government of India. We sure that our women cooperative operated AMCU as supported by NDDB for transparency of milk collection and of course, milk price instantly. There is a facility of micro ATM system in our society, and it is happy to announce that our society empowered by solar-based electricity. We are also the first adopt to biogas flexi at household level for proper utilization of cow dung, cow urine to grow organic cultivation. Sundarini Chourongi Dairy Cooperative has decided the model dairy cooperative by chairman of NDDB in the year of 2018. We the Sundarban are appreciated by ensuring Sundarini model to the all women dairy cooperative. We are satisfied and happy for our families and happy for the children to get the nutritious organic food. We considered this is a celebration of women achievement. World Bank officials, manager NDDB, FICCI, New Delhi, and Vice President of IFOM International Germany visited our Sundarban area to see the activities and inspire us. We are very glad and informed that we heard also Manipur and Tripura Milk Union are also visited to our cooperative. We welcome to all of you to visit our area and of course taste the products of Sundarban. You can get it easily through Amazon. Just click on Sundarini Naturals. We seek your blessings and good wishes for our future endeavor. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, all of you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. It's very inspiring example for all women to take lead. Now
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. I request somebody from NDDP to check whether. So with this, we are completing the scheduled presentations. और प्रोफेसर शैलेंद्र आप कुछ कह रहे थे अगर if you want to just.
Yeah. Am I audible now, Dr. Prajapati? Hello.
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So congratulations on organizing this workshop on the occasion of International Women's Day, particularly with a focus on women leadership in dairy sector, right? Of course, women empowerment is a challenge. So though there have been several efforts, but a long way to go, and we need to explore various ways by which this goal of women empowerment can be enhanced. And one of the relatively proven way is dairy cooperatives. And we at Anand, we know how much these cooperatives have played a role in enabling women, right? In terms of really sort of enhancing their participation in terms of income, employment, and also in terms of management and leadership, right? So when farmers are demanding MSP in their strike in Delhi and other places, we know how dairy cooperatives possibly are the best way, the way they are organized here, are the best way to ensure remunerative prices for the farmers without any policy of MSP, right? So therefore, that is the way forward in general for promoting livelihood and also for promoting the cause of women, right? So we need to therefore expand this experience to other sectors also. As far as dairy sector is concerned, I would like to rather suggest two things or ask two questions to people who are here, the leaders of dairy sector. Right, this encouragement for participation of women started in 1995, and I want to ask why the membership of women is still 30% even now. Why not we universalize this? Why not we universalize membership of dairy cooperatives to women? Right, we know there is feminization of agriculture, right, and feminization of dairying is even much higher. But the membership of women farmers in dairy cooperatives is even after specific effort is only 30%. We need to move towards universalization of women membership in dairy cooperatives. That is the first question, the first suggestion or question. Second is that, of course, you presented the example of Dr. Geeta Patel. It was inspiring. But I know that in many of the dairies, though there are large number of women dairy cooperatives, even like Valsad, but women have not been able to rise to the top. Even in Valsad Dairy, a women farmer is not able to become the chairperson of Valsad Dairy. So therefore, we need to create enabling conditions where women are also able to move up. Not only just manage the dairy cooperative societies, but even move up the ladder in terms of leadership, right? So that is the way forward in terms of taking women leadership to the next level. Yeah, so these are some of the observations. Thanks for giving me opportunity, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll be taking up your suggestions. Now, as the time has already overpassed, with the permission of all my seniors in the group, we'd like to conclude the session. I'm very much thankful to Ms. Caroline from IDF, Dr. Sodhi, Minesh Pai, Dr. Radhira Saab, Dr. Supekar, and all other senior persons who joined us